The spark plugs that came off of this car are in terrible shape. Look at these.
All right, we have a week and 2 days before the next track event. And as you guys know, my motor's blown. So we are here at the garage where we keep an inventory of parts. We have radiators, steering wheels, suspension components, and under this mess here, there's some engines. So let's move some of this stuff around. I mean, we could go K-series. There's 3 of them right here. Short block and 2 long blocks. I think those are both mine, actually. But somewhere under here, that's a 2J. Belonging to Brother Curtis. Hopefully this camera angles... Oh! That's not good. This camera angle's not bad. This is not my recording phone. It's just... it's my personal phone. I just happened to stop by here real quick. Okay. Oh! Oh! I have a fully assembled engine. Is this Andy's carpet? I don't know. I think that is his carpet. Look at that. I completely forgot about this engine. It's a fully assembled engine. So maybe we'll just take this with us. Because the other one is this one, right? Oh, this is a fully assembled engine too. We have options. I thought this one was just a short block. But we have 2 long blocks to pick from. So let's look at them. So this one came with a GSR Trans that we ended up putting in that car up there. And the guy said he bought it off a car and it didn't, that has no thing, no code on it. But this is a oh shoot. This is a Japanese motor. B18, a Japanese B18 B1, or B. That's cool. That's cool. Oh. That's super cool. Looks like it has a newer radiator cap. I think this is the best bet. Something about this. Oh, this engine didn't come with the... That's what this engine was missing, was the intake manifold. Which we have another one that we could just use. I don't know. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way. Give me 1 second. Okay. So now that we're here. Alright, this engine came without an intake manifold, no distributor. All this thing was disassembled. Now that I remember. And this one came on that same exact cart with the trans attached. No, this one's missing the injectors and fuel rail because I took this off, and it's actually on the engine that we just blew up. So that I know obviously works now. Damn. What should I do? I unfortunately don't have the time to let you guys choose because I need to kind of... This is kind of going to be a hassle to carry. My back is going to hurt so bad. I got to lift this up on my own into the trunk. Let's look at this better. This one... Come on, focus. This one looks like it has a little bit of a leak on the valve cover, which we already have. Oh, this one has the header, which doesn't really suit for what we're going for. It's a B18 B1. I believe this is a 96. Came off of a 96 that we had that I parted out. So I'm going to go with that one. Something tells me that that's the better engine to go with, and I'm going to take it. The only thing is I'm going to have to swap out the half shaft. That half shaft, I think, is on this engine. There's no axles on this engine. And there's no half shaft on this engine either. I don't know what the half shaft. I believe the half shaft for that is on the white RS we had like last year or 2 years ago. Taking the unknown engine, and we're gonna use this. Let's hop this in the truck and get on home. All right, so I got the motor home. The motor's right here. Cousin Eric helped me unload it. It looks like it was been sitting outside for some time. The cam gears is like starting to rust out, but this could be also the garage because there is some water that gets in there. So that could be moisture from that. The water pump looks worn out, and then this pulley looks pretty bad. And then the whole engine has like that like oxidation on the aluminum. So maybe before we put it in there, we'll like wash it out. As far as what this motor needs, it has distributor. It has an intake manifold with the sensors. It doesn't have a throttle body, so we're gonna have to take the throttle body. It has a thermostat in there, but we should probably replace that. It has a flywheel, which also is gonna have to be replaced. We'll take the other one from the other car because that one still has good life on it. I think there's a sensor missing right here, but we'll check that once we take out the other motor. We also need, on the back of the engine here, the half shaft put back in, and that's about it. Here to help me now, have the one and only GP Racing.
Yes, sir. The master mechanic himself.
Cousin Gary is gonna help me get this thing ready to go. And while we were looking at this, he reminded me that we had bought a rebuild kit, a reseal kit for the engine in the race car when we were doing that 8-hour rebuild challenge. Then we found out that that's actually a B20, not a B18. And we were told that the timing belt water pump are different. So what I have here is timing belt and pulley. And then in this box, it's a water pump. So we could put that on, and at the garage, I have a new valve cover gasket and oil pan gasket. I actually have a Velcro metal gasket here for the oil pan, but maybe we'll just take a trip to AutoZone and just get new ones there.
Or get another Velcro.
Yeah, just to like reseal the whole engine, and that'll be behind us. So maybe that's what we'll do. But for now, we have to move some cars around because the race car is all the way in the front of the driveway. If we start taking this thing apart, there's not much room from the front of the car to the sidewalk. So we're gonna flip this around and we'll be able to work on this closer to the garage with all the tools and everything. Since the last video, I haven't checked the oil. I haven't done anything to it. I just parked it here and it's been sitting. We have literally from tomorrow, it's exactly a week for the next track event. So we can hopefully get pretty far on this.
That was pretty awesome.
While Cousin Gary works on the engine, I'm gonna work on lifting the car up and getting this ready to pull the engine out, because there's no way you need two people to do a timing belt. So let's both work simultaneously. Discovery. Cousin Gary did the water pump. He and I together did the timing belt. And then Cousin Gary made a crazy discovery. Look at that, the spark plug. That one's rusted out. What's this one looking like? That
Terrible.
one's also rusted out.
This one's the worst one in my opinion.
This one's like disintegrated. And this one's just a little oxidized.
Yeah.
Not terrible. As long as they're spinning in there, that's fine.
Wow.
Alright, the last one. Perfect. The valve cover gasket came in from Amazon. So this is ready to go on. The engine oil came already too. We got that VR1 valve it's somewhere in here. But most importantly, right now, I have to go on a Facebook Marketplace hunt because I just found an engine hoist for $50. And I need one because it will make my life a lot easier to take this engine out of here and put the new one on. Let's go on. We got a nice 30-minute drive to pick up a $50 part. You guys won't believe what just happened. This dude gave his address to multiple people, and it was a standoff between me and another guy. But I had told the guy I was already on my way and I was here. So I got it. And it's right there. $50 scored. So let's get this thing home and get that engine out. Last night I put the new valve cover gasket on the other engine, and I came outside here and I removed some stuff off of this car. And right now I'm put you guys on a time lapse. I'm gonna try to get this engine out and then start swapping the stuff over into the other engine to try to put this back in. Hopefully tonight, but definitely before the end of tomorrow. So let's get to it.
day here, and we have approximately like 2 days to get this thing running. Right now, I have the engine it's under covers, but both the engines are out, as you guys just saw, and I am putting together all the stuff that I just bought. So I bought a new rear main, I bought a new intake manifold gasket, oil pan gasket, thermostat. I have a bunch of stuff that we have to put on, but I'm speaking fast because this is the second time I record this clip, and last time it just didn't record, so now I got to go through it again. I need to get this engine in this car tonight so I can get it running by tomorrow the latest, so I can start putting miles on it tomorrow night. Right now, both engines are covered, but we're gonna take care of that in a second. There's just one thing I need to tell you guys about, which is the harness. So if we walk inside here, I can show you guys what happened with the harness last night. This harness definitely shows that it has like 300,000 miles or 400,000 miles. I can't remember what the dashboard said on the other car, but taking the harness out yesterday, all the clips came out fine except for this one, which is probably the worst one that could break. This is the oil pressure switch, and it's here now. This is what's left of it. So it's not working. I tried getting it to work, try to like splice it in and, you know, do something with what I had, and it didn't work. So the garage, there was another harness that was all chewed up there, so I cut the oil pressure switch off of that, and I'm gonna try to splice into this harness. As long as that goes well, we should be able to get this thing all mounted in today. Unfortunately, there's going to be another time lapse because I'm on a tight time crunch like every other day in this video, and I need to make this deadline so I can enjoy the track on Sunday. This is it. This is the last night we have to get this thing running. It is Friday night now, and if this thing is not running by tonight, I'm not gonna make it to the track event. Not in this car, at least. Right now, where we're at with the swaps is this is the old engine. I moved it out of the way, stripped it of everything we needed, and this is the replacement engine, which I don't know if I've told you guys yet, but I have literally never ran this engine. I'm going off the fact that when we were doing the timing belt and we were turning the crank to get it on TDC, we heard the compression release out of all the cylinders. So we won't really know until this thing is in the car and we turn it on to know how healthy it is. Nuts. The spark plugs that came off of this car are in terrible shape. Look at these. Look at all that rust on these. So undoubtedly there was water in the cylinders, at least in the spark plug tubes. So those are obviously we're not gonna use. But these off the other engine that I just mixed up unknowingly, whoops. I'm not too certain how to like distinguish like what is what, but if you look at these, I would say this one is definitely running rich, which is darker one. The other ones are all dry, so I don't know if those are running lean and then this one's running rich. I gotta look into this, or you guys can let me know in the comments if you guys know what type of wear this is, if this is normal or not. I do have another set of spark plugs I'll probably end up picking up somewhere, but for the time being, just started tonight, we're gonna put these in, and I'm gonna put them in the same exact order. I know this is cylinder 3. Cylinder 3, yes. And the rest of the good ones, sorry, this is cylinder 3, the one that was rich. The other 3 were all the same type of wear, so I'm gonna keep those the same. So we're gonna put these right back in the same holes and hope that this engine is much healthier than the last one. All right, guys. So we were able to get everything in. The motor beat our ass. Absolutely killed us. we were fighting with the mounts because we didn't remove any of the mounts off of the engine and trans when we put it in, and it beat us up. We lost like an hour.
We wasted our time. We honestly, we knew what the correct thing to do was, and it was to loosen those mounts.
Yeah.
We thought we were superheroes.
We absolutely obliterated the T-bracket too. The bushing.
Yeah, that bushing was, I mean, absolutely like sideways through it. But you know what? We know now, solidified, loosen the mounts, no doubt about it. We'll do that on the next drop-in.
Yeah. So right now all we have hooked up is the engine, the clutch system, all the vacuums, grounds and everything. He's gonna hook up the jump pack.
No.
Yeah,
I hear a battery.
It's dead. All right, here we go.
We have a gallop.
Take 2. We didn't connect the valve cover ground or the thermostat ground. So I'm assuming.
Return fuel.
Leaking?
It's not connected.
Oh, shoot. Whoopsies. Take number 3. No!
No. Oh, wait. Battery was off.
What a guy.
Take number 4.
Woohoo! Let's see.
Give it gas.
Sounds like a healthy engine to me. Sounds healthy to me, baby. And it's idling healthy. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Great success.
That's great. All right. So now.
Great success.
The thing sounded good. It's almost 10 o'clock at night.
It did sound very, very crisp.
9:47 at night.
Classic Civic cranking up right there.
Yeah. So now
good.
we got this thing started. So the motor sounded very healthy.
As healthy as I think it did on 2 low quarts of oil.
Yeah. So I had to use some oil, but you think 20W50 would be kind of crazy on the transmission?
No, it's not.
On the transmission.
No.
Because I'll have an extra quart.
Just look up whatever that
Technically,
thickness.
I'll have like an extra quart and a half. I would have had enough oil, but
2050 is like 80.
But cousin Gary kicked this can I had under the car with all my transmission fluid. So now it's all under the car, which is gonna.
You know what? I'm willing to bet that didn't happen when I kicked the car. I bet that happened when the
100,000% you did that.
The motor fell and knocked it over.
It only happened when he was on that side of the car. Regardless, we don't gotta cry about the small losses. I'll go down to the parts store and get more fluid in the morning. I'll get a synchro mesh for whatever it's worth.
Got oil past the rear tire over here.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. It's gonna be a mess to clean up. But now we could just quickly put the rest of the stuff. I'll go under the car and I'll hook up the exhaust, the O2 sensor, and the shift linkage. Cousin Gary,
just put on the radiator hose.
You could do the coolant, but then we gotta put the axles. Let's do the stuff that requires a lot of noise first. So let's do the axles and the stuff under the car. Sure. Deal?
Sure.
I'm not gonna record. It's dark, and I'm not gonna record another car. So you'll just have to take my word for it when the car's quieter. Okay, it's another day, and we haven't recorded since last night because I made a mistake I'm not ready to admit. So right now, cousin Gary's gonna be working on this on both sides. I am going to put oil in the system. What are we running?
2050 VR1, the juice right here. This is the bee's knees. This is what keeps stuff healthy. And I'm telling him because I've ran 530, 1040, 1030, all that stuff, and over a session it'll thin out just from like so much heat. Like, you know, you're running hard out there. It's a lot of stress on the engine. The oil really thins out real fast. So at 2050, I've seen holds the pressure and holds a steadier oil pressure throughout the whole run, pretty much throughout like 15-16 minutes of being on the track. So this stuff is definitely good.
Without further ado, I'm gonna have to put you guys on one more time lapse while we get this thing buttoned up and we can finally start it and bleed the coolant system. honest, it's all a blur. Unfortunately, if you hear that, that only means one thing. We switched the IAC onto the new manifold, onto the old manifold, which this IAC is not really new, it's just the IAC that came with the other engine, and we still have a fluctuating idle, so that's that. However, I did put new fluid in the transmission. I used gear oil 7590, and I'm hoping that makes the transmission feel better. And we did put 3 out of 4 new coilovers, and now the car is super low and is rubbing everywhere. So we're gonna take it on a quick little drive and see how it feels. Go through all the gears. That's third. No grinding. Yeah, the car is way too low, so we're gonna have to. Oh, you hear that? We're unfortunately gonna have to raise the car tomorrow morning, and we have to swap out one of the rear coilovers. Not a huge deal, but it's just like I've been wrenching on this car for I don't know how many days now. I don't know if I started Tuesday or Monday, I don't know, but I just been wrenching too many days. I think this engine swap was a success. To take an engine from my stockpile that I never ran, had no confirmation I ever ran, came on a freaking cart. I took it out, did some maintenance, might have overdid the maintenance, and have this thing up and running today already. It's good. So tomorrow will be the real testament of how well this is and how good this engine is, because tomorrow's the track. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. We'll start a new video tomorrow that you guys will see next week. Until then, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. Peace. Just before you guys go, let me just do a second gear grip.